Welcome to our F1 news update. Today we're diving into two major controversies: Max Verstappen's fierce rejection of Netflix Portrayal, and former driver Johnny Herbert's explosive claims that Mercedes favoured George Russell over Lewis Hamilton. Let's break down the drama. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has claimed that Charles Leclerc was much faster than new Ferrari teammate Lewis Hamilton during F1 2025 pre-season testing in Bahrain. In Bahrain, Leclerc was the much faster one, but that's normal. He knows the team, he knows the car. Hamilton drove a lot of laps, gradually improved, but was not quite at Leclerc's level, Marko observed while analysing the Ferrari driver's performances. The Red Bull advisor acknowledged Hamilton's ability to improve over time, emphasising that his qualifying pace will be crucial in what appears to be a tightly packed grid for the 2025 season. Hamilton's adaptation to Ferrari's machinery remains a focal point for competitors and fans alike as the seven-time world champion embarks on his new journey with Ferrari. Marko didn't stop there, adding a warning about the British driver's potential mindset if results don't materialise quickly. Hamilton can both supernaturally improve, but it could also be that if the factors don't fit together, he sees no chance of winning, that he then loses some of his motivation, the Austrian stated, hinting at possible challenges ahead for the Ferrari newcomer. What do you think about Marko's assessment of Hamilton's early Ferrari performance? Max Verstappen has once again taken aim at Netflix Drive to Survive series, criticising how the show portrayed him as being downcast following Lando Norris's maiden Formula One victory at the 2024 Miami Grand Prix. Apparently, I was very sad after Miami. I literally had the best time ever Sunday night, so I don't know what I was upset about, Verstappen remarked. Eagle-eyed fans quickly spotted inconsistencies in Netflix narrative, pointing out that Verstappen actually celebrated with Norris. Viewers also noticed that the cap Verstappen wore in the Netflix footage appeared to be from the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort rather than Miami, fueling suspicions of misleading editing practices. While Max initially boycotted the series entirely, he agreed to limited participation from mid-2022 onward, though only under strict conditions. You don't really see a lot of me in Drive to Survive because I don't like doing it. So yeah, you probably don't get the right side of me because it's just an interview. I'm just sitting down in a dark room and I hate that, he admitted. What's your take on Drive to Survive's portrayal of F1 drivers? George Russell believes his strong performance against Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes proves that his time to fight for a championship will come. The results speak for themselves, Russell stated confidently, and I don't have anything I need to prove or show. I'm proud of the results I've achieved going up against somebody like Lewis. The 26-year-old driver emphasised the significance of measuring himself against Hamilton, who was widely regarded as the greatest driver in F1 history when they became teammates in 2022. At the end of 2021, statistically, and in terms of perception, Lewis was the greatest of all time, Russell reflected. Russell's self-belief remains unwavering as he looks toward future championship opportunities. I know my time will come, and I've just got to ensure that I keep on performing, and whether it's this year or next year, it'll come, he declared with conviction. This confidence seems well placed, as Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has already backed Russell's potential, stating, "George has it all that you need to be a world champion. What do you think about Russell's chances of becoming a world champion?" Esteban Ocon has rejected claims that he has a habit of crashing into his teammates, calling the narrative bullshit. Moving to Haas for the 2025 season, he will partner rookie Oliver Bearman, making it his sixth different teammate in Formula One. I think things have probably been blown out of proportion at times. There's been some incidents for sure, and things that I would have liked to have gone differently at times, Ocon explained, defending his reputation. During his time at Force India, Ocon and Perez collided 5 times. They were 5? I've always tried to get the maximum out of everything I had in my hands. It's never a good thing to have contact with your teammate, and that's not something I ever want. While he acknowledges past conflicts, Ocon maintains that he worked well with all his teammates and respects them, particularly Alonso. But I admire Fernando a lot. He's always been one of the drivers that I've respected the most. Haas team principal Ayao Komatsu is confident that Ocon and Behrman will be a stronger pairing. Honestly, with Esteban and Ollie, they are two very, very good drivers. Do you think Ocon's reputation is fair, or has the media exaggerated his on-track incidents with teammates? Lewis Hamilton believes Sebastian Vettel had an advantage when joining Ferrari. I did not get to do the test at the end of the year, so I started comparatively late compared to others. Like when Sebastian was here, I think he started in November, so he had a good 2 months, Hamilton explained. He admits that adapting to Ferrari has been a challenge with such a compressed timeline, but remains confident in his ability to adjust quickly. As where for me, it's been this month period that I've had, so a lot's been crammed into that time. But personally, I like to jump in at the deep end and figure it out. Hamilton remains optimistic about Ferrari's focus and work ethic as he integrates into the team. We're going through the processes, and I feel like we've built a really good foundation. But we won't know obviously until Australia exactly where we stand, but we know that we've got work to do. He has also been impressed by the dedication of Ferrari's personnel, taking the time to understand their workflow and integrate into the team's culture. I've been really inspired by just how focused everybody is and how hard everyone is working, and getting to know everyone in the garage, like the night shift crew and their processes and how they like to work. It just takes time. Are you looking forward to seeing Hamilton at Ferrari? Will he get off to a good start? Do you think Hamilton will adapt quickly to Ferrari despite his later start? Or will this Vettel advantage impact his early season performance? Share your thoughts in the comments. Former F1 driver Johnny Herbert believes Mercedes showed favouritism toward George Russell over Lewis Hamilton last season. Herbert argues that Russell had already taken on the leadership role at Mercedes last year and that the team's support shifted towards him. He stated, "He showed it last year, to be honest, and I know there was, for me anyway, a lot more favouritism in the team towards George because Lewis was leaving." Hamilton's final season with Mercedes was challenging, despite victories at the British and Belgian Grand Prix. He was outscored by Russell and lost in both qualifying and race head-to-head battles. With Kimi Antonelli now joining as Hamilton's replacement, Russell is expected to be the clear team leader. Herbert sees this as a key test for the teenage rookie. Kimi comes along and a lot of people are really excited to see what Antonelli will be able to do in the car, but of course he's another one who's still got to prove it. It's going to be interesting how he deals with a very confident George, who cemented himself in the fabric of what Mercedes are. Do you think Herbert's assessment is fair? Damon Hill has finally revealed which Formula One team holds a special place in his heart. Former Sky pundit, who will serve as an analyst for the Australian Grand Prix, admits he has a soft spot for McLaren. Hill believes Norris faced challenges against Verstappen in 2024 because he approached their rivalry too casually due to their friendship. "I think he fell into the trap last year of thinking when going up against Max that he was racing against his mate." The former champion also praised Norris for his self-critical nature and constant pursuit of excellence. He is not happy if he doesn't think he has got 100% out of his potential. "It is a hallmark of a great driver. I also like his personality," Hill shared. After previously staying neutral about team preferences, Hill now openly acknowledges his support for the Woking-based outfit. "Because I live in Guildford, McLaren are my local team. I would like to see them do well, but not to be dominant. I would prefer it to be a hard fight. Good for the fans," he admitted. Do you agree with Hill that a close battle between teams makes for better racing? That's a wrap on today's deep dive into F1 controversies, with Max setting the record straight on Netflix editing, and Herbert raising serious questions about team favouritism at Mercedes. The debate is far from over. What do you think? Drive to Survive a mere reality show? And is there truth to Herbert's claims? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for more breaking F1 news.